right, we're heading to Edgemont tomorrow, potentially going back to the league meet. So let's do a quick review of the course. The course is this right now, which basically looks like a bunch of spaghetti on a plate, but it's very similar to last year's. At first glance, thought it was different. It's pretty similar. Just the start is primarily different, so we'll run through it. Here's the final product, roughly. On this app, it says about 3 miles, but of course, I'm cutting corners differently, and the apps are a little off, so they're reporting it as a 5K, and that's the hope. All right, so let's clear this off. Wonder how much of this we can clear. Maybe we can clear all of it. Oh my. Try to clear this off. Remove all these? I don't know. There's a way to like undo it. Maybe we refresh it. Yeah, let's try that. Ah, nice, fresh. Okay, let's run through how this works. Now, originally, we started up here. If you recall, there are the tennis courts. We would have the start line here. We all set up on the rock over here. We'd start here. We'd run down. We'd head out around the track. They're adding distance. It was a little shy of 3 miles before, so they've added a field. So the new starting line is right here, running down the left field line of the baseball field. So we'll start somewhere around here. Okay? We'll head out to somewhere around home plate. Oh no. Let's undo that. We're not going to home plate because we don't want to snap to. There we go. Now we're going somewhere around home plate, running the perimeter of this field, and coming across here behind the backstop by the water fountain. You've all been down this path before. Then there's a paved path up here. Get on that paved path. It's one of the paved areas on here. Not that there are many, but there are a few. And then you make that sharp right around that little fence, and you run along the tree line. And it's a little bumpy in here. There's some roots, rocks, crevices, and the sort, so just be careful coming through here. And you will drop down along the back side of the track, outside the track facility. You come around this here. This is grassy, a little bit of a hill, not too much. And then as you transition back up to that first field, this is a little uphill. Again, nothing dramatic. All right, so we're crossing the starting line. We're about half mile in. So, should be comfortable, establish your position, but don't lose your mind at this point. You're only half mile in. Go back out the home plate. The turnaround maybe a little earlier than that, but somewhere around there. Back around the perimeter of the field. Back down along the bench there inside. Same process. Come back out onto this little walkway. Like dance around here. We're going to go around it so many times. It doesn't like when you go over the same point on the path. Let's go this way. There we go. And we'll go around that fence, that sharp turn again, that sharp right turn. Head on back along the tree line. And you will have some overlapping at this location during the race. All right, head on down. And then we're going to break into the woods. Now let's zoom in a little bit. There it is. There's that woods entry. Come on over here. Here. Now this time, the second time you pass this entrance, cut in. Follow the path. There it goes. Nice little wooded trail in there. There we go. You might find the remains of runners past in here. And this one, I'm a little uncertain of where it dumps out, how it turns in here, but I believe the path roughly comes along here. And then it dumps you out onto White Oak Lane. Now you have to make a decision. I think they want you to run the grass up here. You'll figure it out. Watch out for traffic. Come on up this way. And historically, there's always been some kind of mess around this bittersweet lane. You'll take a bittersweet step into a massive puddle or something like that, or turn your ankle. Just be careful coming up around here. There will be flags up here. I believe they want you. Actually, this may be that massive mud puddle right here. One that'd be fantastic if it actually shows up. And maybe that's just a shadow. Anyway, we cut into the yard over here. Just be careful. I actually do think that's the location. You cross over that bittersweet. There's some kind of trap over here every time. Anyway, you cut into the dirt here. And, oh, we already passed the mile mark. Where was that mile mark? See if they have a little one on our path somewhere. Oh, there it was. In the woods. So about maybe halfway into the woods there. The woods is not a very long path. Look at that mile mark. All right, we're somewhere around 1.25 miles. Don't hold this exactly. It's not exactly what it is. You come along that lower piece of the field. You know, the fence was up here. And then you guys cut up the hill, get back on the path. Okay. That path, they usually have a porta potty over here. That path takes you right back to the tree line again. Come on through tree line. And we're going to go around the whole field again. Just like we did before. So, you know, the first time, just as a reminder, you came around up here, you went past the woods entry, around the field, and then the second time you went into the woods. Now you can do the same thing again. You're going to go past the entry, around the field. So essentially you're going to repeat what you did. Come on up over here, go around home plate, come around the corner of this field. They have a flag down there. It's not going to be up to you to make the correct turn. They'll tell you where to go. I'm going to do that. Control points. I've not used this app on the computer before. It's called Footpath. I have one for your phone that's pretty nice. You can kind of trace the path with your finger. All right, bring us back up over here. Now realize this is the second time coming through on this loop. Remember, first time, past the woods, go around the big field. Second time, take the path into the woods. And that's what we'll do again. In we go. That's about the 2 mile mark, it looks like, as we enter the woods a second time. That's going to be that spot. It's time to get serious. You know, we'll see if we can check it out again tomorrow with distances and all that. All right, come on through here. And this will dump you out onto White Oak one more time. All right, as we go through White Oak. Oh. Here we go. Don't mind that. The printer's just talking to us. Head up White Oak. And notice we're at 2.25 miles roughly. Hustle up this hill. Watch out for that big puddle or whatever it is. You cross into the dirt here. Come on around. And up we go one more time. We're making good progress. Here we go. You need to go up to bed, child.
Are you recording?
Yes, I am. So here we go over here. And now, one more time around that field. One more time around that field. You're not going in the woods anymore. You're going in the woods twice. One more time around that field. And, you know, you're talking about 1/2 mile from right here. That far side of the track, you got about 1/2 mile to go. You get that hustle on. This part actually is identical to how the old course was. Come on up to the corner. Come on over to the corner. Drop on down. And, you know, we're getting down to the serious business down here. Here we go. Come on over here. And you make that sharp left turn up that sharp little hill next to the cage for the throwing area. Then we head straight down the field, just like we did in the past. And the finish is right around here. So this says 3.05. So you know what? Probably did a little better job estimating this time. It's pretty close. So there it is. That's what appears to be the Edgemont course. And so let's be very clear here. You're starting now on the field down here, the lower baseball field, as opposed to up by the tennis courts. And so just for the theme, you go around the field, full loop, past the trails the first time. And then the second time, you go into the trail. You follow the white oak loop. Then you come back out. Field again. First time past the trail. All the way around.
Who are you talking to?
Second time, be quiet, I'm making a recording.
Um,
Second time,
Bye.
into the trail. Go around that loop again. Now we start our third loop. Third loop around the field. But at this point, you've done enough. Sharp left, head home. You know, you got like that 100-meter sprint or whatever it is. Might not even quite be that. Here's 100 meters here. Looks like it's a little shorter over here. So there it is. There's your course. And yeah, the guys in the front, girls in the front, make sure you know what you're doing. And that is, again, go around the field. First time you skip the trail, around the field. Second time you go in. Around the field. First time you skip the trail, around the field. Second time you go in. So this is now, you've done the full field, skip, field, trail. You've done that pattern now twice. Now we're on our third pattern, around the field, and just sharp turn in. So, you know, be aware where you are in these different points here. The first time you go into the woods, about part of the way in, you're at a mile. It looks like about when you're entering the woods the second time, that's the 2 mile. That's an exciting moment there. You got about a mile to go. And so you run the woods hard, you run up that hill hard, come around here, everybody's going to be yelling for you over here. You do that big field loop and the finish. That's got to be lightning tomorrow. Lightning. You will find that moment, that junction, where you either choose to cruise or attack. But cruise is never cruise. Cruise is always drop. So make your choice. It's coming. It's going to hurt. But it's going to be fun if you choose right.